Welcome back, y'all. We are almost done with our summer staple menu here on the cooking special of Chasing Down Madison Brown. Y'all, I cannot begin to tell you how good that fried chicken smells. Oh my gosh, I just want to tear into it right now. But I'm gonna let it cool slightly before I plate it up. So we have our salad, we have our fried chicken. All that's left is our strawberry shortcake Swiss roll. This is a variation on a summertime classic that I actually think helps feed a crowd a little bit better than the original. So to get started, let's make our cake base. To do that, we're gonna need 4 eggs at room temperature. We're gonna take those and crack those right in to our mixing bowl. So we have 4 eggs. I'm gonna add 1/2 cup of sugar. Perfect. In we go. So we're gonna beat the eggs and sugar together until it's a light yellow color and it has a lot of volume. What we're trying to do here is just whip a ton of air into the cake because this is what's gonna give it the rise. Now while that's mixing, I'm gonna add 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla because it's strawberry shortcake after all, and you gotta have a little bit of vanilla in there. That looks perfect. As you can see, it is a nice light yellow color and our volume has basically doubled. Exactly what we want. Okay, so now to this, we're gonna add 1 cup of flour, 1/4 cup at a time, because if you dump all of that flour in here, it's just gonna knock all that air we just whisked up into it right out. We don't want that. And then carefully fold it in. Okay, make sure everything is all incorporated. That looks good. Haven't knocked too much air out of it. The next step is putting it into our sheet pan. So what I have here is just a regular jelly roll sheet pan. Gonna take some parchment paper, press it in on the sides so it kind of gets into all the corners. We're gonna go ahead and take our batter, just pour it right down the middle. Now we're gonna spread it out in a thin layer all over the pan. And you're probably gonna think to yourself that this isn't enough batter, but I promise you it is. You want a very thin cake because again, you're gonna roll it up and the thinner the cake is, the easier it'll roll. This one looks good. We're gonna pop it into an oven at 350 degrees for 10 minutes. Now you absolutely do not wanna over bake this cake because then it will crack as you roll it up. So watch it like a hawk there at the end.
While I'm waiting on my cake to bake, I'll mix up a batch of whipped cream by combining heavy cream, sugar, and vanilla. Then I'm going to dice up some fresh strawberries that will be layered throughout the Swiss roll.
Perfect. Our Swiss roll is perfectly done. Here's how we're going to get that roll I was talking about. Take a tea towel. While it's still warm, we're gonna place the cake on our tea towel, take a little paring knife, and we're just gonna score right along one of the edges. This is gonna help start that beautiful roll. Now we're gonna take another piece of parchment, place that on top. We're gonna start rolling. And you're gonna wanna get this as tight as possible. Perfect. Now the reason why we roll it up like this to cool is a little bit like muscle memory. It's gonna remember that roll shape when it's cooled after we filled it. So I have a cake that's already cooled. I'm gonna unwrap it carefully. If yours has a little bit of a crack like mine, totally fine. It's still gonna taste delicious. That probably means though mine is either a little bit underbaked or a little bit overbaked. So now we're gonna take strawberry jam and very liberally coat it all over our cake. Now, once we have the jam spread evenly over everything, I'm gonna take some whipped cream I whipped up a minute ago, and I am just going to put that all over our Swiss roll. Now remember, you are gonna have to roll this up, so while you want it to be nice and generously distributed, you also don't want to put so much on there that it's all oozing out when it rolls up. Almost done. I've chopped up some fresh strawberries and we are just going to sprinkle these all over the top because you can't have strawberry shortcake without strawberries. Now it is time for the roll. So we're going to start on this end And just ever so carefully, kind of using our parchment to help. There we go. Okay, so we have our Swiss roll. Mine unfortunately cracked. Oh no, but hey, that's okay, because what are we gonna do? Top it with some whipped cream. All right over the top. Oh yeah, that's the good stuff. Sprinkle it with a couple more strawberries. And voila, we have a beautiful strawberry shortcake Swiss roll that can feed a crowd, and that is gonna taste delicious. See, you have the beautiful swirl. That is spot on strawberry shortcake. The sponge of the cake is light and fluffy. That big hunk of fresh strawberry and the hint of strawberry jam. Oh, it's absolutely perfect. Have another, please.